What is going on, YouTube? Check it out, guys. Just got back from Seattle last night. I had this thing stashed away at my sister's house. This was the second vehicle we bought on Tuesday's auction, so check it out. It's a pretty nice one, actually. I think it's a 2008 Dodge Nitro. So it's got a big scratch going down the side here. Looks like somebody had some fun keying it, but that's probably not buffable, so that's gonna stay there. It's got good tires on it. Looks like some new wheels. I mean, it's a pretty good looking little car. It's only got 130,000 miles on it, and we got this one for a really good deal. So I paid $800 for this one after fees and everything. I think it was $1,000 out the door. I got it locked here, huh? But yeah, so 130,000 on this one. It said it ran and drove and everything, and it does, because I loaded it onto the trailer. But after I fired it up and let it run for about 5-10 minutes, it started misfiring. So I'm hoping it's maybe just some coils or plugs or something like that. But I'm probably also gonna have to check the head gasket, because I think it kind of smelled a little sweet while it was running. So maybe it has blown head gaskets, maybe it just needs coils. But we'll get to that here as soon as I get this thing off the trailer. So let me get it unloaded and we'll start diagnosing this. Alright guys, so here's our first look at the Dodge Nitro. It's got actually really clean interior. I mean, it probably just needs a wipe down and a quick vacuum. But right now it looks like it has an airbag light on, and the check engine light on, and the tire pressure light. So, and that one's just a seatbelt buckle light. But right now it's actually running really good. It's not misfiring or anything. So that makes me really suspicious of a coil, because usually coils start acting up once they warm up. So here's a look at the back seat. And yes guys, I forgot my straps again. I had to buy another set of straps from a local store, but over there in Graham. So I gotta quit doing that, quit forgetting my straps. But this is a pretty nice rig, I think. Interior's all taken apart, huh? But yeah, wow, pretty cool little car. So yeah guys, I mean, besides the scratch on the doors here, I mean, this is a really clean little car, and it seems to be running really good right now. So that makes me, like I said, really suspicious of a coil or maybe a blown head gasket. So I guess we'll have to keep on going on this. I mean, I'm gonna scan the check engine light and see what the check engine light says, and we can keep on going from there. All right guys, so I went in and scanned this, and it looks like we got a P0303, which is a misfire cylinder 3, and we also have a P0203, which is an injector circuit open cylinder 3, but it is stored, so that means it is currently not doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear this and drive it around and see if it comes back on. Maybe we have a failing injector. So I didn't really quite think of that, but I'm gonna go ahead and clear it, drive it around, and see if it comes back on. So yeah. All right guys, so I've been driving this thing around a little bit. The airbag light keeps on coming on and off, so I'm kind of thinking it might be the clock spring, because when it's making contact it makes the light go off, and then when it doesn't make contact it comes back on. So, and I just stopped at Les Schwab's. They aired up the tires and the tire light went off, so at least I know the tire pressure monitors are working. But I'm actually gonna hit the freeway right now and see if we can oh, see, there's the airbag light. But let's see if we can get up here to speed. I mean, other than that, the check engine light hasn't came back on though, and seems to be running pretty good actually, besides the little defects it has. So I'm gonna see if I can get this thing nice and hot and see if maybe then it'll start misfiring or something. But or maybe it was just sitting for a long time, it just needed to be ran a little bit. Sometimes that's all these cars need, if they've been sitting for a long time, because I don't see anything else coming back on, and right now, man, it's driving pretty damn good. So yeah guys, I'm gonna drive this thing around, give it a good 15-20 minute test drive, you know, go buy some coffee or something. No, I don't drink coffee, but yeah, just drive it around and see what happens. So I'll get back to you guys if I get any kind of update. Alright guys, so she started misfiring as soon as I got back to the shop right now. So I just hopped on it real quick. I hooked up my power probe and I poked one side of the injector wire, and it did have good ground on it, or actually it had good power on that side. So then I poked the other side and it doesn't have power, but it is getting the flashing signal from the computer. There it is. So what that means is we're not getting power through the injector itself. So what I'll do is I'll poke this other one here just to give you guys a good picture of what it should look like when it's working right. But I'm pretty sure that injector is going bad. So I'm gonna replace that injector. I'm gonna probably go to the wrecking yard and see if I can find one and throw it in there, and hopefully she'll start running right. I can also hear kind of a small vacuum leak, so I might poke around this thing here a little bit for a vacuum leak. Oh yeah, some right there. But I'm gonna look at it a little bit and see what I can do. But we definitely need an injector because it started misfiring now. You can see it's running real rough. The check engine light came back on. So it's probably just once it's getting hot, that injector's not working. So, and it is on misfire cylinder 3. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. Alright guys, so we got our injector off. This is what it looks like here. I'm just going to do a quick resistance test across these two terminals just to make sure it is bad. But when you guys pull that thing off, make sure you let the pressure out of the system. I didn't, and it fucking sprayed everywhere, all over my face and everything. So you guys be really careful if you're doing that. I would probably recommend unhooking this line here first, and when you do it, have a rag or something over it, because this thing had a ton of pressure, and I mean a ton. It probably had a good 60 psi or something like that. So yeah, so off to the wrecking yard. We're gonna go and see if we can find one that's the same. I'm gonna hope they said they have a Caravan there, and I'm hoping it's gonna be the same injectors, because I think those come with a 3.7 liter as well, or if I can see a Journey anywhere in there. I know that one has a 3.7 liter. So these injectors are $60 a piece from O'Reilly's. So I think they're 20 bucks at You Pull It. So we're gonna try and save a couple bucks. If not, then we'll just order a new one. So we just got back from You Pull It. I ended up scoring one. I ended up actually pulling this out of a Jeep Cherokee or Liberty, something like that. It had the same engine, the 3.7 liter V6, and all the part numbers and everything match up. So I'm assuming it's the same injector. It looks exactly the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there, and then we'll fire it up, let it run, and hopefully once it gets hot, it doesn't misfire anymore. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse. We can see how we do that. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clear our old codes, get that all done with, and let's try and fire it up and cycle this key a couple times just so we can make sure we have some fuel, because we did spill a lot of fuel out there. So let's try this. Yeah, she fired right up. Looks like we just have the airbag light on for right now, but last time she took about 20 minutes to get that check engine light on. So I'm gonna let it warm up. I'm gonna leave it running here, and then I'll probably take it for a test drive. So yeah guys, let's let this thing warm up and I'll get back to you if there's any updates. Alright guys, so we're driving the Dodge Nitro right now, and it seems to be running great. I mean, the only thing that's happening is that the airbag light keeps on coming on and off, but I think that's due to a bad clock spring. So I'm not really too worried about it right now. I can always replace it. I did look it up though. It is a $400 clock spring. So they did not have one of these here in Yakima. So they have one in Tri-Cities. I might head out that way and see if I can find one. It's about an hour away from me, so I might have to drive an hour to go save a couple bucks for a clock spring. because I am not gonna pay $400 for a clock spring unless I can find a cheaper one on eBay or something like that, or Amazon. So that's the thing with this one. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's not misfiring, it's not shaking, it doesn't have no more lights right now. Yeah, I think it was a good rig. It was a $800 bid, about $1,000 out the door. So yeah, guys, I mean, not too bad of a rig. If you like what I'm doing, remember to like and subscribe. I want to do a big shout out to all my subscribers. Today I got 100, so 100 subscribers. I mean, that encourages me to keep on going, keep on doing what I'm doing. I'll let you guys know what we can do to, you know, be successful in this business. So yeah, remember guys, stay up and hustle hard.